Thank you. Merci.
Step into the spotlight.
Bonjour. Bonjour, bonjour. Hello, everyone. My name is Fabrice Dautriat. I'm head of platform at Ledger. Super excited to be with you all today. Not a lot of people, so definitely a great night, I assume. Quite early yet. Thank you, Charles, for introducing what we call the platform. Thank you for making us a bit worried about losing crypto so early in the morning. It's always great to start the day. I'm here to talk about what we call the platform and how you can build on Ledger. Charles briefly introduced all of this, and I'm here to deep dive a little bit more. But as you will see, there is a lot of things to discuss, so I only have a few minutes, and I cannot go into too many details. So before we start and before we jump right into this, maybe we can just take a moment and focus on the 3 core values that are important for Ledger when you want to start building on the Ledger platform. So the 3 core values, the first one is ease of use. So like Charles was saying, yeah, no, my mother cannot use crypto today. We are all used to this, but it's definitely not easy. And if we want to reach the mainstream adoption phase, we have to be better than that. So ease of use is something that you have to keep in mind when you want to build with Ledger. The second thing is about security. Security is at the cornerstone of what we do. It's in our DNA. Charles spent a long moment explaining how security is important in our industry. And so here again, we don't want to sacrifice security for ease of use. We have to find a way to have both working together. And finally, open source. Open source to me means 2 things. The first thing is you need to be able to verify what we do or what you do. And so yeah, it's really the don't trust, verify thing. But it's also a bit about being open, and that's the name of this event. It's Ledger Open. And so the goal here is really to be able to interact with each other and to basically get to know each other a little better, build trust in this trustless environment, and yeah, work together to make it better. So these 3 values are what is driving us every day when we build this platform. But what is it exactly that we call the platform? Yesterday I was discussing with some of you, introducing myself, and the same question came all the time. Yeah, what is the platform? So basically, the platform from our perspective is, I would say, everything that you can do with Ledger. So Charles briefly introduced this. I will go into a little bit more details. So the first section, I think you're all familiar with, the nano application part. It's probably what you are already using if you own a Ledger hardware wallet. And we have, yeah, more than 150 applications, most of them blockchain related, but not only. You have an option to use your Ledger as a second factor authentication, for instance, or your password manager. And so basically, anytime you need to keep a secret safe, you can use a nano application. So that's the first part. And today, I would say 95% of all the applications are developed by someone outside of Ledger. So that's already quite open. The second part is about connectivity, because the hardware wallet itself is kind of useless. It's just a box to sign stuff. And so if you don't connect it to an application, you cannot do anything with it. So here, on our platform, we call it Ledger Connect. It's the second part. And you can see here a list of icons of services that are already supporting Ledger hardware wallet. But I would say there is probably around 200 of these services, maybe even more. Some of them, we don't even know they exist. Anyone can connect a Ledger hardware wallet to any type of application. There is absolutely no restriction here. The third category is about blockchain support in Ledger Live. And so here we are changing from something really like externally developed to something that is a Ledger product, but that we want to open to external contribution more and more. And so yeah, Charles was teasing a little bit, and definitely we'll talk about what's coming next. But we have proof. It's open for a reason, and it's happening. And finally, the last section is the live app section. And live apps they are quite new. We started working on this year. We have around 10 of them today. You can probably recognize some of these icons. Live apps are basically a way for you to get your service, even if it's not a decentralized application, whatever service you guys are building, you can integrate into the Ledger Live user interface, maximize ease of use and security. That's really the goal. And so with all of this, you could wonder, okay, but that's fairly complex, and how do I start, basically? And we don't want you to feel like Jackie, so we've been working on something. We are trying to make it easier to find your way across this platform journey. And so for this, we have two solutions. The first one is to go check the developer portal, like Charles was saying, developers.ledger.com. That will be my main message over and over again during this talk. And the second one is to join the Discord server, because personally, at least, reading through documentation is not my thing. And I'd rather discuss with people, and maybe some developers, either on our side or maybe between yourselves, can answer to each other's question. So these two things, developers.ledger.com and the Discord server, and you will find the link on the developer portal. I really invite you to take a look. So now let's maybe jump right into the first section, the Nano app section. If the thing, OK, thank you. So Nano applications are really running on your device. Here you have a few examples of some applications. You can store a lot of them on the device, maybe a bit less on the Nano S. Nano S Plus is coming, so hopefully you'll be able to store a lot of them on the next device as well. These applications are here to help you safeguard your keys. That's the security at rest Charles was mentioning. But also use them, because if you just store them without being able to use them, that's useless. And so yeah, Charles was talking about the what you see is what you sign model. And this is fairly important. This is really, really important. And if there is a single rule you have to remember when you build a Nano application, is that it must respect the what you see is what you sign. That's basically what Ledger checks. Okay, we check the code for quality and security assurance, but when we test it functionally, we just verify that there is indeed the what you see is what you sign model respected. Here you can see a Bitcoin transaction, obviously, sending a few Bitcoins to a recipient address, checking the fees, approving, rejecting. That's it. That's pretty simple. But now blockchains are evolving a lot. And so yeah, we have a lot of new interactions that are really more complex. And today, we have a lot of blind signing still. And blind signing, we changed the name recently, is really blind signing, meaning you do not respect the what you see is what you sign, because you're blind, so you don't see anything. And by doing this, it's still possible to do, but you're basically making a bet. Maybe it will work, maybe it will not, maybe the funds will be lost. And so we'd rather have you move to secure signing instead. Secure signing, and we've been working on this, is a way to basically be able to parse different type of transactions and show in a humanly readable way on your device what you're actually doing. So here you have I think it's compound example. And we're detailing all of this in the developer portal. We have examples and boilerplate apps that you can take a look at. Today it's mostly on Ethereum, but it works also for other EVM-based chains. So for the Nano app section, you will find a dedicated part on the developer portal. If you're interested, just take a look. And if you have questions, some of our team members are here, so we can help you get onboarded. But the Nano itself is really, maybe not useless, but at least you need a service to use it. And so there is this question about the connectivity. How do you connect a Ledger device to your own service? And so here I would just give you a few examples so you can get the idea of what's possible. The first one is the Algorand mobile wallet. I like to talk about this example because it's the first mobile app after Ledger Live, I think, or maybe before. I don't remember, sorry. But it's the first external application, at least, that implemented Bluetooth support for the Nano X. And actually, the UX is great, so it's something to look at. And what it means is you basically just onboard through the mobile app using directly your Nano device. The second example is the Firefly IOTA wallet. So this is a desktop application. So the first one was mobile, this one is desktop. And here what's great is that you can onboard directly and you remove the need for writing 24 words somewhere. And I know you don't write them on paper. You do copy-paste and you put it in a block knot, like everyone is doing. But you don't need to do this to access the service. You can just plug your Nano device and get started. So this is a desktop application. And the last one is Phantom Wallet on Solana. It's a browser extension. And so here again, you can connect your device. So all of this, whether it is mobile, desktop, or browser extension, is possible. And you'll find all the relevant documentation in the connectivity section of the developer portal. we recently updated, if I'm correct, yes. So you have a lot of working examples to really get started super fast. Now, we talked about all these external services. But one of the questions that we get at Ledger the most is, how can I get my blockchain directly supported on Ledger Live? And let's be honest, we get a lot of requests, and we were not really fast. Okay, a lot of people ask us for blockchain support, and they are still waiting for it. And there is a good reason for that. The blockchain team at Ledger cannot do everything on every protocol. We don't have the knowledge you have about your blockchains, and so we have to start from scratch every time. So it's fairly difficult. So we changed our mindset around this, and we said, okay, let's open it really, and let's ask the others to try to do this directly on the Ledger Live code base. So yeah, now I'm telling you, you can do it yourself, but telling it is great. I will not show it, but you can actually try it. Examples are better. So right now, all these projects are either integrated already, being integrated, or soon to be integrated. So I will start with the first one, Elrond. It's actually live, right, Carl? OK, it's live. Since the last version of Ledger Live, we do support Elrond. And the good thing is, and it's really, for me, it's a great achievement, it's been entirely developed by the Elrond team. They asked very little questions, so really impressed about the quality of the work here. And they've done it quite fast, actually. The problem was on our side to go through the QA and everything, but on their side, they were really responsive, so the interaction was great. Unfortunately, the Elrond team was supposed to come to the event, and I wanted to have just some drinks with them to celebrate. That's part of the integration package, so if you want to do this, then there is a drink with the Ledger team. But no, they couldn't come, so if you're watching us, Elrond, next time, maybe. And for the other projects, quickly, Solana, work in progress, quite well advanced. Yeah, I see the Ledger Live tech lead saying yes, so it's a good one. Celo is in progress as well, with the help from Figment, and I think someone from Figment will discuss about this a little bit later today to share his feedback about this integration. But we also have Edera Hashgraph, Crypto.org that are working on it as we speak, and I assume it will be somewhere in Q1, probably next year. And finally, one of the most requested blockchain that we get from the community is Cardano. And so we started discussion with Cardano ambassadors, and there is actually a proposal now that is live to get Cardano supported on Ledger Live, and the work will start very soon. All of this is visible on GitHub, Ledger HQ, and if you just search for Ledger-Live, you will find 3 main repositories, and that's basically the one you have to work on if you want to see your blockchain supported. So this is true, and this is coming. And so if you have any projects, you can take a look at the documentation, join Discord, talk with us, and then we can synchronize and start working together. That's really the goal. And finally, the last section is the live apps section. So here, really, it's important to keep in mind it's not only about decentralized application. Any type of application can be listed. I'll provide some examples right after, but you can already check this. If you have Ledger Live on your mobile, you go to the Discover section, and you can check everything that's already available today. What can you do? Basically, you will see on the first screen here is the live app catalogs. So we have new apps since I made the slides, so it's fairly different today. You can select from a wide range of different type of application. So you can spend your crypto, you can buy crypto, you can swap crypto with a partner, but you can also swap them through a decentralized exchange aggregator. You can visualize your portfolio through Zerion. You can check your NFTs through POAP and through Rainbow.me. And many more things will come in next year and in the next few weeks and months. I don't know where Adrien is, but Adrien is the guy if you want to talk about how to get your service as a live app. Second one that I'm showing here is buying Bitcoin through MoonPay. Really great experience, so if you want to buy now, apparently it's a good moment. And the second example I'm providing here is Lido, how you can stake your ETH with Lido. And here, just to say it again, it's ease of use because it's super easy. You just select an amount and you click stake. But security is here, meaning there is a dedicated application on your Nano device that will parse the Lido smart contract interaction and show it on your screen. So it's not I'm blind signing something. It's I'm staking with Lido this amount for this amount of max fees I'm willing to pay. And so if something happens, you will see it because your device, your Ledger device, will tell you, warning, you're blind signing. If you see this, it's not a good sign. But if you see something clear, it means you're safe. So that's it for, I would say, the 4 main categories. I cannot go into too much details right now, but if you have any questions, you can just come and talk to us. And so as a summary, and if you want to have more information on all these sections, really check developers.ledger.com. It's brand new. Francesco is the guy working on it. He's here, so if you have questions or if you want to see other things, just come and talk with him. And because I know, and I think all of you know, reading through docs can be sometimes quite painful. We thought that it would be a bit better if we could get your feedback in a friendly way. So at the end of each article, you will find a comment section where you can tell us what you would like to see, how we could improve. And so a lot of us are French at Ledger, so there might be some French, English, spelling mistakes from time to time. So even this is good to comment on if you want. And obviously, we want to incentivize you to do this. So there is a little checkbox if you want to participate in the contest. And you can earn rewards for your comments. So I will not tell you what the rewards are. Maybe tickets to Moulin Rouge, or Pascal, our CEO, he owns a restaurant. So we can probably arrange some free dinner or something like this. But definitely, Ledger Swag is on the table. So if you want to participate, just check the developer portal. Write a comment, and Francesco and the team will review all of this very soon. That's it for me. If you have more questions, feel free to shoot, and thank you very much for your attention. I don't know if there is any question. Don't be shy. If no question. C'est bon? Thank you all.